We are watching Why I Miss Quarantine. Hey, I don't know if it's just me. I miss quarantine. No, not because of COVID. COVID sucked, you know? COVID was the worst. But I miss being inside all day. Oh wait, I already do that. You know what? No, I miss playing games all day. Wait, no, I already do that too. Okay, let me just watch the video, bro.
2020. What happened that day changed the world forever. It was my mom's
What's up,
birthday.
Chris?
And also, there was kind of this whole disease that shut down the world. I kind of miss it. One thing that I've noticed is that when a lot of people talk about 2020, they try to make it seem like it was a bad year. When in reality, yeah, it fucking sucked. Let's be real, okay? But I'm willing to bet that there's one thing you miss about quarantine. Whether it be not going to school, staying inside all day, or getting that stimulus check. And then blowing that stimulus check on something extremely useless.
Bro, I never saw the stimulus check, bro. I was too young.
2020 had a lot to offer. So just in case you forgot what happened, or someone wants to watch this video in 20 years, let's go through the timeline of quarantine. At the start of 2020, everything seemed great. It was the beginning of a new decade, and although there was some talks about a new virus coming in from China, we were—
By the way, y'all are gonna call me crazy. I'm not trolling either. Y'all are gonna be like, oh, you're just lying. When COVID happened, I remember I was in middle school. I was in 8th grade. I remember telling the teacher, I was like, yo, the way they're talking about this disease, like, they were like, nah, it's just gonna be a week off. Like, they were like, week off, don't, like, leave the rest of your stuff in your locker, like, we'll be back. Like, I remember telling my teacher, I was like, bro, they're talking about this disease like it's about to be months. And she was like, no, it's not gonna be like that. And I just remember going home early on a half day. I don't know if anybody else was like that. We had to go home on a half day because they called the school like, nah, we gotta just shut the schools down. Like, so I remember going home, but I remember telling my teacher, I was like, this is about to be months long. Like, we're gonna go straight into summer. And anybody who knows who was in school, and like, at least for me in middle school, online classes weren't a thing, only like Google Classroom. So like, they would post assignments for the end of the week. They'd post it on Monday and you'd have to submit it by Friday. And like, bro, everybody passed like the easiest stuff ever. And it was fire. Then they learned about Google Meets and like, and all that, bro. And it ruined online schooling.
After all, it was my senior year of high school, and 2020 was my graduation year. Ever since I was a kid, our class had a special slogan that we had 2020 vision, and we were gonna graduate on time together. Editor, insert the Vine boom sound effect, please. As the coronavirus continued to spread, we were required to wear face masks inside until spring break happened, which is when—
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, who was catfishing with the face mask? Ain't me. Bro, I was catfishing like crazy.
the country fucking shut down. The class of 2020 has a running joke that we're still on spring break, and I think it's pretty funny, but also kind of sad that I never returned to my high school after that. In fact, I couldn't even graduate there. We had to graduate on a football field. The world is in complete chaos.
That's normal, bro. When I graduated, we graduated on the football field. That's normal.
Sports leagues have just announced that they're suspending their seasons. The stock market had its biggest drop in history, and the virus is spreading fast. By this point, over 10,000 people have already died from COVID, and over 500,000 people haven't. The country with the most infected people is, of course, the United States. Towards the end of March, the US government will pass a bill that will allow people to get a stimulus check. This is when people start to go a little insane. People aren't able to go outside and do what they want, and murder hornets are about to invade the US. Now, during this phase, people still can't go outside.
Is that true?
They're spending most of their time on social media or watching the TV or something. Around this time is when I, as well as a lot of people, discovered streaming. It was a fun hobby. You got to play video games live.
I knew about streaming before COVID, though.
In front of people, and if you were lucky, maybe you could earn a little money. COVID cases were starting to slow down. The NBA resumed its season in what they called the bubble, and things were kinda looking up until the largest fire in California history started.
I remember this.
And guess what? School's about to start. Yeah, this year fucking sucked. Now, at this point, COVID has not slowed down. More people are getting infected, and more people are—
Did y'all ever get COVID? I remember I got COVID on Christmas. Ruined my Christmas. Ruined everybody's Christmas. I think it was like 2021. I got COVID on Christmas. Worst ever, bro. It was so ass. But I will say this. All COVID was for me, like, by the way, COVID didn't just disappear. It's still out there, right? Because, like, it's treatable now. That makes no sense. Like, because it was a big disease and it's like, but it's still out there. But it's just not as, like, it's more handled differently, right? But they told me, like, if you get COVID, they were like, just go to your room, sleep it off, bro. I just remember having crazy, the mucus. Bro, so much mucus. It was disgusting. and bro, and like all like it was so nasty. I had so much like the yellow mucus, bro.
Dying. So school ends up being fully online. Instead of going in a classroom and learning in front of a teacher, students were required to meet in Zoom meetings. Basically just an online classroom.
I never had Zooms. I had Google Meets.
This is when people realized that Zoom has loopholes. In the real life classroom, you're expected to be on your best behavior and always pay attention. But in Zoom,
I was also, if anybody else was like the real ones, I would have because they gave us Chromebooks that everybody had to like have. I put my Chromebook on my setup and left my face there, and then on my monitors, I'd be playing like Fortnite, and I'd have a Twitch stream up. And I'd have my headset on, bro. They had no clue.
You don't even have to have your mic or camera on. Now, some teachers would require that these were turned on, but even then, some people just resorted to saying they don't own one or that their internet was too bad. This
Facts.
partnered with the...
I remember I slept through... my bad, I'm talking a lot. There was this one English class. Shout out to my teacher. I had her twice. I had her during COVID, and my senior year I had her. And she was pregnant both times, crazy enough. And she was... I missed her whole class, came in the last 3 minutes, and I couldn't miss another class because if I missed another class, like it would have been bad. Like I would have had to like either take an extra thing or whatever. Bro, I come in, I was like, excuse me, Miss So-and-so. I'm like, my Wi-Fi went out of my house. Like, I don't know what to do. She was like, hey, you made it to the class. You know what? Like, you never told me that excuse before, so I'll just let you pass. I was like, woohoo!
Rise of the video game Fall Guys led to what many believe...
I've also, by the way, I'll stop pausing after this. I also fell asleep on a meet one time, and the teacher was like, he was like, by the way, it's one of my favorite teachers all the time. I had him twice as well, crazy enough. He's like, Christopher, you're sleeping. I was like,
is the golden era of quarantine.
I was the only
it's
one
about
on
a time where many of us were
meet
finding
still. I was
positivity and fun in a world that we've never seen before. It was scary for everyone. The virus was growing like crazy and it was deadly. But not just that, jobs were also very unstable. To include my 35-year-old demographic, most of their jobs probably went online as well. And if you are seeing this in 20 years, you might be thinking, wow, that sounds awesome. But the lack of human interaction did get to you. But I want to get back to the golden era because, like I said, there was some fun in this. I did mention Fall Guys, and it probably was one of the 3 games that saved quarantine, at least for me. But honestly, as soon as it blew up, it died because another game took over, and that is Among Us.
Woo!
See, while Fall Guys consisted of a bunch of mini games that you could play online with your friends, Among Us was much more engaging. It was almost like a murder mystery where you have imposters and crewmates on a spaceship, and everyone tries to guess who the imposters are. And yeah, it was really fun, but what this game really did was help blow up streaming even more. 2020 was Twitch's biggest year by far. Millions of people were watching
was that Ron?
Streaming even more. 2020 was Twitch's biggest year by far.
Oh, I thought I saw Ron. What was that?
Millions of people were watching streams.
Yo, those numbers are crazy, by the way. Those numbers are insane.
Every day. This wasn't like when Ninja streamed Fortnite with Drake and broke the internet one time. Twitch was setting record after record, and it's really because no one had anything to do. We couldn't really interact with our friends in real life, so why not play games with them? Why not watch someone else play games? Better yet, why not finish that backlog of TV shows or movies you wanted to watch? Do you see the problem here? People are staying indoors, watching TV, and playing games. They're not exercising, they're not getting sun, and they're not even eating healthy food. This led to what a lot of people call the COVID-15, meaning the 15 or sometimes more pounds you would gain from quarantine. During this time, I was attending college online, and it was pretty depressing. All those movies about college, all this hype built around it, only for me to stream to 3 people on Twitch and be bored out of my mind. Things got a little more exciting for me after the holidays when 2021 came. Even though the lockdown was happening, I decided, fuck this, I'm moving into college. Now, because this whole situation was kind of screwed up, I did get paired with my roommate the semester before, when we were supposed to move in, but everyone went online. So it kind of gave me and my roommate a chance to bond before we even met in person. So yeah, while moving into college, I did have a friend. Things were still bad on the outside. Walking on a college campus in the middle of lockdown is creepy as hell. Other than my roommate, there were some days where I literally saw no one. Even the Chick-fil-A in the library was closed. There were times I thought to myself, wow, I'm really paying 10 grand to be here. But I don't regret it. I got to live alone. I met a lot of cool people. It would also be the last time classes would be online for me, which means the last time I would get straight A's. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm not really a school person, which is why during this period I was grinding. Not my degree, but learning the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, maybe not the brightest idea, but hey, it worked out, right? When the semester ended, me and my roommate left unsatisfied. I can't speak for him, but personally I was thinking, wow, this was the college experience I was hyped up about. What the fuck? You were expecting 21 Jump Street? No, I got fucking Harry Potter. Without the magic, and without the people. There's no Quidditch either. This shit sucks. There is some good news in this though. I still haven't gotten COVID, and the COVID cases are going down. To the viewers viewers watching in the distant future, this is what the people in the summer of 2021 were thinking. I mean, cases are going down really fast. It's the summer. What's really the worst one trip to the beach can do? After all, everyone's outside. There's no way I get oh god, that's a spike. Seemingly overnight, the cases jumped.
Yo, I remember this, bro. The cases were dropping like crazy because nobody left their house. Then everybody left their house and the cases jumped insane.
Back up. How did this happen? The vaccine's out. Yeah, bro, the virus mutated. Someone is literally playing Plague Inc.
Did y'all get vaccines? Yes or no? I'm just curious.
Against us. And now I think it's a good time to say, where are the movies? Where are the video games? 2021 might actually be the worst year ever for media. The top two.
I'm not gonna lie. I think my school forced it. I remember I had to get it because my school like forced it. Like, the school was like, yeah, you can't come back to the school unless you get it. Which is crazy to do that. I don't think anybody should ever be forced to take some type of, like, you know. Because I think people got sick from taking it, too, if I'm not wrong. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really know. But, yeah, I ended up getting it.
Two best-selling video games were two Call of Duty games. The top grossing movie of 2021 was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Banger, by the way. I have a picture. I remember I told my stream, I'm gonna dress up. I wear a suit to this. And there were mad people wearing Spider-Man suits. But I had like a regular suit on.
Which was a great movie, but that's
Such
not
a
the
good
problem.
movie.
The problem is that it came out December 17th and still won. In defense of this, people can't go to the theaters, so why make a great movie? People can't even get their hands on a PS5 or graphics cards in general, so why even make a great game?
When's
Among
the
Us and
PS6
Fall Guys
coming
are
out?
dead. The Animal Crossing craze is dying out, and people are contemplating why they spent $300 on a Nintendo Switch to play a single game. After some time, we finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's over. After everything that happened, after all the wild events that occurred, after the lifestyle changes, the stimulus checks, and those annoying fucking masks, it was finally over. Thank God. Right? I mean, this was objectively one of the worst years humanity will ever see. So why? Why do we miss it? There actually is an answer, so see if you can figure it out. Hint number 1, it does have to do with staying indoors all day and being shelled up in your room. Hint number 2, it does involve wearing your mask everywhere you go. And hint number 3, yes, it does involve Among Us. Any idea at all what these have in common? If you guessed that they're different, then you would be correct. In 2020, a study was done to see if students who studied in different locations or students who only studied in their dorms would do better on a test. And the students who studied in different locations, of course, won. Humans just need change. Yes, quarantine sucked, but it was different. Lots of good ideas came from it, like the fact simple video games can be fun, and how working and learning from home can have its upsides. To the people watching this in 20 years, just keep this in mind. You may have survived, but you definitely missed out.
You know, it's really crazy to think, like, all seriousness, that we were stuck indoors with masks on our face. You know? Like, that's really crazy to believe. Thank you for the raid, Michi. I love you, bro. It's like, imagine telling somebody, like, yo, you can't go outside, and if you do go outside, you have to put something on your face where you're going to have trouble breathing, but you need to just wear it out. Like, that's crazy, bro. We did that for 2 years. We did that for 2 full years, chat. Think about that. Like, bro, I don't leave my house too much, but I try to go out, like, twice a week at least. Like, besides, like, obviously I take my dog out every day, and, like, I go outside. But I'm talking about, like, really, like, go to, like, a restaurant or, like, go to the store. I probably go out twice a week, you know? Besides, like I said. And when I go out, I'm, like, bro, I used to think, during COVID, you can't touch anything, like, I still get grossed out when people are doing nasty things in public, like if they like sneezing on stuff. But like before COVID, I wouldn't even think about that, you know? But nowadays, I be thinking about that like OD, like, oh no, they sneezed on that, or they like coughing, like they're coughing, like, I don't know, it's like it really sticks in your mind because of that COVID time, you know? But yeah. W video. I like videos like this that really give us like a concept of something, you know?